Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Just a quick update on all of my tanks that I have going on. I have 7 down here, and then 1 upstairs in my wife's office, which is a 10-gallon vertical drip wall just planted. There's some pest snails in it, but nothing else living in it. But I'm just gonna walk you through and then give you a quick update on where I'm at with my amphibian room, animal viewing room, whatever you wanna call it. This is the latest build here. This is my 75-gallon tiger salamander terrarium, 2 large blotched tigers. Just a quick update, I just did this only a couple days in. And the tigers, as you can see, have been digging around in here, making a mess like they usually do, but really happy with this. The Miss Kings go off 3 times a day, and they, for whatever reason, the pressure makes them squirt upwards, so the water is kind of hitting the ceiling, so I'm probably gonna have to rectify that. I did black out the sides of this so you don't see all the egg crate and stuff, so really I think it looks pretty slick on this black stand. As you can see, I completely blacked it out on the sides. This is the other most recent one I've done, which is I'll tell you now, there are 3 juvenile black chin red salamanders in here. They are always hiding. There's a little blackworm cup, so I know that's it is what it is. This is the reality of keeping a bunch of animals, is that you're constantly feeding them and taking care of. I did have a leak in the land part, which was a pain in the butt. I had to fix that about 7 times, and it is still leaking. So I am not really sure what's going on. I've re-siliconed it about, like I said, a bunch of times. So I'm not really sure if there's residual water from watering the moss on the land side, or if there's still a leak, so I may have to take it out. I've actually changed this to almost a total aquatic substrate. You can't really tell, but that's all fluvial stratum and the gravel, and then I have about a ½ inch of water, soil. So may have to take all that stuff out again, but really happy with this one. The water is definitely trickling out the way I wanted. It's aerating it. Moss is starting to get green. You can see here that the liverworts are starting to grow. Moss is starting to sprout up towards the light. So really happy with the way this is going so far. The salamanders seem to like it. They're babies, so they're always hiding. I think they're eating the blackworms. They're really hard to feed right now. So I just put fresh blackworms in there in the little cup every now and then. Moving on to the Eastern Newt tank, things are going really well in here. I mean, this tank really took off. I'm gonna probably do a water change today. But I mean, moss, everything is going crazy in here. So as far as the plants go, everything's been good. Also have some blackworms kind of constantly in there. I do not know where the newts are. Oh, there's one right here climbing on the hydrolawn type of stuff. So they like to climb a lot, which is why you have to have a secure lid. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with mummified salamanders and newts all over your house. So moving on up here, we'll start up here. I don't really love this enclosure. I built it, and then I kind of was like, I'm not in love with the background, and I didn't do the sides, but I have these 2 barred tiger salamanders from Texas. They're huge now. I mean, they're already like over 6 inches. I got them when they were about 3.5 inches. So they've been growing like weeds. All the plants in here have been growing really well though, both aquatic and terrestrial. So we'll see. I might redo this one. It's just a 40-gallon breeder. I'll probably have to move these guys into a much bigger enclosure once they get a little bigger anyways. And then moving down to this 20-gallon long, there are 2 juvenile spring salamanders. You can see one, he looks like a mud puppy. Yep, he's hiding back there. But anyways, they're both pretty, one completely morphed. He's like actually yellow, which is pretty wild. Nobody's really been on the land yet. The other one always is hiding under the rocks, but one's morphed and the other one is not. So just waiting for the other one to morph, and then I might redo this one. I'm not really in love with that one either. Moving on down here, this is my northern red Pseudotriton ruber habitat. It's like a drip wall. You can see he is right there, hiding on the land. But really like this one too. I mean, as you can see, the plants really just kind of took off in here. I mean, it's all I don't even know, a lot of clovers and other things growing. So really happy with the way this one's turned out. And then this one is the last one here. I have a large spring salamander in here. It's 8 inches long. I mean, he's really big. I don't know where he is, but the plants in here have also really taken off. This is another drip wall. I have a lot of drip wall settings. I may actually redo this one. I really want the sides to be done. So this one might be getting redone too at some point, but I really like it, so I may just keep it. I'd be ashamed to destroy this one. Yeah, so you can see a little more. There's an intake over there, and then the water just kind of drips along here, and I have an air stone just to keep it aerated. And then what I really want to do now is show you guys the room where I'm going to get everything out of this room. And I am going to, I've gotten the carpet out of here. As you can see, this is the room that I'm going to totally redo. Tiling should start here in about a week, hopefully, maybe even less, maybe even this weekend. I've got all the tiles. It's going to be a dark gray tile, just like that. It's all piled up here, so I've got all the materials. And so this room will be tiled soon. There will be a very large, ugly utility sink right about here, probably about 40 inches long, so I can at least get a 40-gallon in there to clean and stuff. That's the whole point. And then we're gonna have tanks everywhere. I'm gonna have a lot of open enclosures. So there's gonna be a ton of room. There's gonna be a rack for 375 gallons, a rack for 340 gallons, a rack for 320 gallons, and then a whole bunch of unique racks for different unique sizes, like some of the Exoterra stuff and things like that. So making progress in here. Definitely am happy with the way the tanks are going, and I will keep everyone updated, because this room's gonna be, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be, if you're into this stuff, it's gonna be pretty badass. It's gonna look cool. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, ask questions, love the engagement, and we'll be back to everyone soon.